What's going on, guys? Snaggy here, and it's time to preview round 21 of the 2025 NRL season, boys. Let's get into this thing. Actually, just before we do, I've got a few things to say first. First, if you did watch my recap video of round 20 and there was a million ads through it, I do apologise. So what normally happens is you upload a video, and what YouTube does, it just like peppers ads through it. I normally go through and delete all those and then put like one at the start, one right in the middle, and one as the video finishes, just because at the end of the day, I don't care if a video's at the start. I mean, there's an ad at the start of videos when I watch them. I'm not loving the one in the middle, but whatever. If it's good content, I'll watch it. And the one at the end, I don't care about because the video's finished. I'm moving on to the next thing anyway. But YouTube there was about 30 ads through that hour and a half. I was like, oh my God. So I did go through and delete all those ones, boys, but I do apologise. Second, I don't know what's going on with my timestamps. I'm putting them in, but for some reason my videos haven't had timestamps in the last few. Hopefully this one does. I've watched a few videos on it. It doesn't look like anything's changed, but we'll see how it goes. I have been putting them in. I do apologise. Just check if you do want to, just say they're not like in the actual buffer bar. Just go down and check if you only want to watch your game or a couple of games. They'll at least be written there. Hopefully they're actually working though. And finally, is anyone a dentist? I just pulled my wisdom tooth out with, if I'm talking a little funny, I do apologise. I just pulled my wisdom tooth out with a set of pliers. I'm just wondering, like, do I need like I always hear people have antibiotics after they do that. And I didn't want to go to the dentist, and it was bothering me, so I just pulled it out with a set of long pliers, and there's a big hole there now, and I was like, uh-oh, I probably didn't think that through. Anyway, my face is caning, boys. That's how dedicated I am. I'm ripping out my own teeth, and I'm still doing the pod, man. I'm still doing the pod, boys. That deserves a sub, boys. That deserves a sub. Snaggy rips his own wisdom tooth out, doesn't skip the pod because his face is hurting. Subscribe, boys. I definitely deserve it. Also, boys, drop in the comments who you got winning all these games, boys. All right, so I want to see them 1 through 8, any try scorers you might have, all that good stuff, boys. Let's go have a look at the tipping comp at the moment. So, hide league. No, we want to look at the league, not hide the league. Whew. All right, so I got 7 last week, boys. Moved up 6 spots. I am in 26th spot out of 304. Nico Man's still out on top, bro. Season margin. Okay. He's on 115. Then we have Seth, Benny, Itachi, and Shredder. So 115 is the lead. Man, Nico Man's out. Nico Man's winning the ring by the looks of it, boys. Nico Man's winning. And I'm on 103. So I pretty much can't win from here. But like I said, I want to crash that top 10. Finishing in the top 10 out of 300 is a pretty good achievement, boys. I'll be pretty happy with that one. So not too bad. But shout out to Nico, man. You're absolutely murdering it, boys. Murdering it. All right, let's go through these games. Have a look at key ins and outs. Have a look at the team list and do our picks, boys. Let's go. Roosters versus the Storm. Cowboys versus the Dragons. Ooh, this will be a good game, actually. Broncos versus Parramatta Eels. Wars, Titans. Panthers versus the Tigers. Rabbitohs versus the Sharkies. Raiders, Knights, Bulldogs, Sea Eagles at Allianz Stadium. And Dolphins have the bye. Now let's have a look at these keys, ins and outs just before we get into them, so we don't have to go through them all individually. Ins, we have Mitchell, Moses back. Big Hamoli back. Sandon Smith, why was he out? Chad lasted 1 week. I mean, seriously, he's moved to Sydney podcast, not play footy, boys. Why'd you pick him in your team? We have Jesse Arthur's back. That's huge. Isaac Tungo, that's massive. Jai Gray. Damn, they could have used him, couldn't they? Jesse Ramian. Bronson Sherry. Okay, I thought he was going to be another week. Will Penasini. Matthew Fang. I can never say his name. Fangay. John Bateman and Thomas Duffy. Key outs. Cam Munster out for his old man's funeral, obviously. We have Big Nelson out. Keon Kulamatangi. Big Tino. Isaiah Yongi. Ouch. Sione Fainu. David Fafita. And Britton Nakora. There's a lot. There's a lot of movement this weekend, guys. A lot of movement. All right, let's get into these, boys. All right, let's go. Roosters. Coming off it, it's still 3 from 5. I was about to say, they haven't been going crash hot, but you know that's not horrible. It's just been a little patchy the last 3 weeks. Lost to the Sharks, lost to the West Tigers there. And Melbourne Storm had been absolutely flying, but dropped a game against the Sea Eagles. So, no Cam Munster now. I know this sounds weird, but I'm pretty sure their record without Cam Munster is pretty good. I think it's Jerome Hughes when they fall right off. I think Hughesy's more of the half you want to watch out for when he's out. But, this is a big game for the Roosters. The Roosters have a tough run home. They really need this one. They really do, because they play Storm again. If they drop this one, you know what I mean, it's going to make it even harder. And just Storm will bridge up for the next one. We know that. So they really, really need this one. Right, Roosters have lost 5 of the last 7 games at Allianz Stadium this season. What? Storm have won 11 of their past 12 games against the Roosters. Daniel Tupou has scored 8 tries his last 7 games. Xavier Coates will play his 100th game. Milestone man. Chuck him in, boys. Xavier Coates for a try. Nwanga Nitawase has scored 6 tries in his last 4 games at Allianz. Let's have a look at some more try scorers, boys, and who we're picking in this one. All right, boys. So we just mentioned a few try scorers there, but we're not going to get any value out of these, unfortunately, because they score so much. Their value is going to be low. So we've got Roosters right third. So you do want to go Roosters right if you're taking... now, I know Storm left. Might be better off going right, but Xavier Coates probably will score. We need to see matchups here. I think this is one of these ones we're going to have to pick matchups, boys. So we have Tupou and King. Okay, yeah, on Chan and Anderson. Then we have Toya and Nwanga Nitawase on Howarth and Coates. I love Coates for one, because he's the milestone man. And I probably like Tupou for one as well. But I don't think we get any value, so let's have a little look here, boys, and we'll see if we can find a first, second, or third that will get our willy wobbling. Xavier Coates 31%, Mark Nwanga Nitawase 38%. That's pretty good. Now, if your betting company doesn't have first, second, or third, because some don't, maybe just go Mark or Xavier Coates first half, because first, second, or third is pretty much always in the first half anyway, boys. So have a look at that one. Oh, by the way, boys, all bets this weekend will be on Dabble. If you do want to join Dabble, check out the link in the description, boys, or use code SNAG when you are joining, okay? Someone said to me the other day, I want to use 365. And I was like, I forgot my password, bro. Oh, it's funny as, man. But yeah, when you do join Dabble, we'll just automatically follow me, boys. It's funny, everyone thinks I'm sponsored and stuff, but I'm not. I haven't signed a damn thing. That's the one I use. I have money on just about every single one. I don't have access to a lot of them, though, because I forgot my passwords, and I'm real lazy at resetting. I'm so lazy at resetting my passwords. I didn't even reset it for my Disney Plus, boys. They're like, you have to reset your password because of this. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. All right, boys. So now, look, I actually have not been impressed with the Melbourne Storm, even though they've been winning a lot. I mean, I say not impressed. That's the wrong word. I haven't been blown away by them. I was like, Now, if Melbourne Storm somehow managed to win that game last week, I would 100% be taking the Sydney Roosters in this game. But there's just an old rule about the Melbourne Storm. It's been in effect for about 25 years. If the Melbourne Storm lost last week, you pick them that week without a doubt. Didn't matter how bad they look. You tip the Melbourne Storm the week after they lose. All right, so I'm going the Melbourne Storm in this one, boys. But I do have a bit of a feeling they have not looked great, and the Roosters' season is dead set on the line. They've got a really hard run home, and they've got a... where's the ladder? That's not it. They're going to have to jump teams... You're going to have to jump one of these 3 teams. 2 teams. It's going to be tough, boys. It's going to be tough. So beware the old the Roosters in this one. But yeah, like I said, Melbourne coming off a loss. I just can't do it. Now we have the Cowboys versus the Dragons. Toughie. This is a tough one too, boys. This is actually a real tough one. Cowboys humped them last year and humped them the year before that. Both teams with identical form guides, 1 win in their last 4 games. I genuinely think the Dragons have probably been playing a little better footy. Just don't have the wins to show it. All right, so we have Lachlan Ilias. So is Lachlan actually playing? No. Where's... Okay, so they're clearly weak through the middle, and they've got Big Murdoch Masilla and Pacifica Tonga sitting in the reserves. What's going on there? If you're a Dragons fan, let me know what the hell's going on there, because you've been very flimsy through the middle, and you're picking Blake Laurie and Gula? Blake Laurie and Gula over King Tongia? God damn. What's going on here? Now, Bateman is named there as well. All right, cool. Cowboys have won their last 5 games against the Dragons. Dragons have won 3 of their past 15 games at Queensland venues. Cowboys have lost their last 4 games at 4 of their last 5 games at home. Sloan has scored 4 tries in his past 3 games. Drinkwater has scored 4 tries in his last 4 games against the Dragons. Man, I hope he's bloody... That defensive read he had against the Bulldogs on the weekend was awful, man. That was absolutely terrible. I was so furious because, you saw everyone probably saw that TikTok and short I did about 360 talking about... I'm not mad the Bulldogs won at all, but I'm just mad Lockie Galvin threw that pass to do it, because all we've heard since then is Lockie Galvin. I was just like, I'm so over it. I was like, why couldn't Burton throw that pass or something so we could have just talked about Halasima and talked about all these other crazy, and just talked about how good Burton's been lately. Like, why did it have to be Galvin to throw that pass? Anyone in the Bulldogs could have thrown that pass, and it had to be Galvin. So now that's all we've heard about for the last bloody 2 days. It's killing me, man. It's killing my soul. All right, boys. Let's have a little look. See, we'll go some try scorers. We'll have a look at our try scorers here. We should be able to get some points. Now. All right. Dragons. That's who I want. 17th right. So this is great. Now, I know they don't rank super high on the left, and Sloaney has been scoring a bit there on the right there, but very weak right edge defence from the Cowboys. And we know Gutho loves playing left, boys. He loves playing left. So we've got to go Allen. We've got to take Allen here, all right? Derby and Labert. It's a wrap. We're taking Allen in this one. And for the Cowboys, who are we looking at? 5th, so they're liking left as well. So they're like left. Burns, Purdue, Nanai. Sewer's been defending pretty well. Even I've been loving Nanai lately. You might be better off looking at Purdue there, but if I had to pick one, I'd be going Allen, boys. I'd be going Allen. Just realised me light's not on. Bloody, you can't see me. We'll have a look here. So Purdue is 44%. The only thing with Purdue is a lot of these tries have been when he's been playing 6. Scotty Drinkwater might be all right for one too. How many points have these boys been leaking? So Cowboys, last 5 matches. Yeah. So Cowboys leaked 43, 12, 26, 24, 42. What have the Dragons been leaking? 20, 31, 28, 20, 30. So both teams are leaking 4 tries minimum. I mean, like, other than one game here for the Cowboys. Yeah, there should be some points here, boys. Load up your multis. Load them up. Now, I personally think the Dragons have been playing better footy than the Cowboys, but Dragons just aren't good in Queensland, man. And if this was in Dragons' hometown, I'd be taking them for sure. But I don't know. I just feel like Cows at home might get this one. Bit of a swing game though, boys. What are the odds on this one? I don't like checking odds before I do my tips because I feel like it makes me, it sways me. Surely Cowboys are favourites, right? Yeah, $1.60. That sounds about right. $1.60, $2.35. Yeah, I like Cows. Just though. But like I said, I've been liking the Dragons. I think the Dragons have been playing better footy, so yeah, they definitely could win this one. But I'm going to take the Cows just purely they're at home. Just purely at home. Now we have the Brisbane Broncos versus the Parramatta Eels. Close one last year, 30-24, 30-14 the week before that. Broncos on an absolute tear, son. 5 in a row. Up against the Eels with 1 win in the last 5. But have looked okay for a team coming second last. They've looked okay. Team list, we have Cobbo, Payne Haas, Jesse Arthurs, and Corey Jensen all back. Now, I don't believe... Yeah, Selwyn Cobbo, Dean Mariner, Smoothie, Jaden Hunt. Jeez, they've got some talent sitting on the reserves list, don't they? But all of a sudden, their bench is flimsy. Oh no, there's Corey Jensen there. Corey Jensen, Heather. Yeah, I like it. It's good. I like it. Now, this should be a really good game, boys. I've actually been enjoying watching the Eels play lately. It's just a fun brand of footy. And, you know, we know there's going to be points. I guess we can load up on this game too, I think, boys, all right? So we should be able to get some points here. Now, it is on a Friday night, which was a bloody Saturday or Sunday arvo. That'd be real nice. But, yeah, we should be able to get some points here, boys. Broncos have won their last 5 games against the Eels. Eels have lost 5 of the last 6 games at Suncorp Stadium. Shibasaki has scored 8 tries in his last 6 games at Suncorp. Addo-Carr requires 1 try. Oh, man, my mouth's killing me. Addo-Carr requires 1 try for 150 tries. Adam Reynolds requires 14 points for 2,500 career points. Man, that is insane. Can you list the top 10 leading NRL point scorers of all time? Sorry, boys, I just got to see this list.
Here are the top 10 leading NRL point scorers of all time, as of July 2025. 1. Cameron Smith.
All right, you can stop reading. Cam Smith, 2,786. Adam Reynolds, still active. He's the only one still active. 2,486. Now, he's going to need 300 points to overtake Cam Smith. He's signed for this year and next year. You can get 200 in a year. You usually have to score a couple tries for that to happen and play finals. He might get close, man. He might get closer than we think. Then we have Haslam, Croker, Jonathan Thurston. Let's see where Nathan Cleary is. What place is Nathan Cleary? 16th. He's only 27.
As of July 19th, 2025, Nathan Cleary is in 16th place on the all-time...
He could do it. He could do it. He's got a better kicking percentage than Cam Smith. And he scores more tries than Cam Smith too. So he could definitely close that one. But he's going to need 8 years, I reckon. He's 27. They'll bring him to us about 35. That's crazy. Sorry for going on that little tangent, boys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That's me all day, bros. Hit Gemini. Who was the blah, 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 blah. Did I finish these? I can't remember. Let's assume we did. Oh, this should be a good game. I don't know why. I've always enjoyed Broncos versus Eels. I've always enjoyed it. Let's have a look at this scoring map. So where are Broncos scoring them? So we've got second, left, and we've got 6th through the middle and 15th defense. So do we want to get exotic with this thing? Do we want to get exotic with it and look at a Xavier Willison? What's he paying, boys? Xavier Willison, they do love a crash play. He loves a crash play. Oops. Sorry, boys, I'm just pulling this up. Xavier Willison is paying... Why is Payne Haas... Oh, Payne Haas is the same price. $5.75. It's not bad when you think about it. I mean, look, second worst middle. Xavier Willison can score him. Like, he's so long, it's hard to stop him because he sort of bumps, pushes out, and then goes over because he's so big. Whereas sort of like when Payne does crash plays, he just like crashes into them. Like, there's different, yeah. There's a reason why some props score them and others don't, you know. Yeah, I don't mind. If you want to get exotic with it, man, like, you know, a bit of Xavier Willison in your life might not hurt. Now, I'm feeling Piakura. What's Piakura playing? 4'10". That's tough. Running at Guymer, essentially a rookie. And we know they don't hit Jordan Ricky on flats. Broncos left. Yeah, so we could probably get exotic with this game, boys. Eels leaking nearly 5 tries a game, so you're going to have 5 stabs at tries probably. I dare say Broncos score 5 tries in this game. So if you want to get... I wouldn't multi this game up unless you want to do like Kerapani and then Mam or something like that. Or, you know, like, but you're not going to get much value. I personally think you might be better off taking a safe multi, maybe slapping Kerapani in there. Then maybe getting exotic with it and picking a Piakura or a Xavier Willison for one as a single. That's what I'll be looking at, boys. Parramatta, I've been watching them recently, right? I've been watching the whole year, but in probably the last maybe 10 games, they're actually defending like all right, but just every single game, they have a massive defensive lapse right in the middle, and it's either a clean line break or a try through the middle. It happens every game. Like they'll be defending well, and then a front row will go through untouched. And you're like, where the hell did that come from? It's been happening all year. So maybe this could be a Payne Haas one. I don't know. He spends a lot of minutes. I wonder how many minutes Xavier Willison has been averaging. Yeah. But yeah, anyway. Brisbane Broncos to win this one, boys. Pushing close to that top 4. Was Tino, I was about to say. Was versus the Titans. Tino is out for this one. What? When did that happen? What happened in this game? 66-6 last year. 22,000 people went to watch the Gold Coast Titans play rugby league. What's going on here? Jaden Campbell went 11 from 11? Why don't I remember this? Was I in a coma? What happened? That's not real. This did not happen last year. Who was playing? What the hell is going on here? Cossie, Roger, Montoya. Oh, man. That is insane. I actually can't believe that. Who scored? AKP, Jaden Camp. Wow. That's mind-blowing. Damn. Absolutely mind-blowing. Oh, no. What have I done? I don't want to buy a bloody Kia. I don't care how many celebrities you put in your ads. I'm not buying your shitty cars. All right. Dave Fafita and Tino out. Now, I don't know what it is, boys, but Titans are pretty good without Tino. They seem to win a lot of games without him. I didn't know this until the last one. He was out not long ago. And someone goes, hey, bro, you know they've actually got like a 50 or 60% win rate without Tino. And I went, yeah, cool. And then they won. I was like, oh, damn, okay. Bro was bang on. Now, who we got here? We got LOH. Bros, I'm now just on the wires real quick. I thought last week they were, I didn't think they were great against the Knights, but I actually thought the Knights are pretty good. I thought Tanner Boyd was actually... I said in my video, and I think people took it the wrong way, like I was dissing... I just meant the last 10 minutes he was terrible. I didn't mean he was terrible. He was actually dropping them on a dime. He was actually kicking real nice in that game, but then kicking the ball down, doing... he was rancid in that last 10 minutes. But having said that, and I'm not judging the drop goals too much. They're so hard to do, man. Like we watched a game last year where Burton had 6 or 7 cracks to get one. It's with the Russian defense, it is very, very hard. Like Cleary and guys like Reynolds who are good at, like they make it look very easy. They've got really short, because they've got big boots with not much wind up. They catch the ball and it's going. Whereas most people have to catch, they swing, and it's that extra half a second. It is very hard to actually get one up, and half the dudes are offside when they do it as well. So, it is like to sprint 10 metres is much faster than the ball being played, being passed, caught, and then load up for a kick. It's running 10 metres is faster, so it is hard. So I'm not like bagging that, but he was pretty poor in that last 10 minutes. But look, man, the Wars are just, they're good, man. They're good. There's just this. I've said this before, but I'll say it again quickly. Like Hallis, like actually, I've got to give him a rap because all people did was talk about bloody. I'm an Aussie, and I know Kiwis get pissed off when Kiwis, like the Wars or Kiwis, do something awesome in a game, and then it just doesn't even get mentioned. And I have mentioned it, but I just mentioned it again for the Kiwi fans out there. I think you're going to have the best two forwards in the game in a few years' time, like if you don't already. This is a thing, right? So Leka Halasima is getting all the raps, deservingly so. See this dude here? I think he might be better than Leka. I just don't think he's had the opportunity and game time of Leka. Just watching him play, he is so good, so silky. His hands, that ball he threw to Fisher Harris and put him through that hole. In the 10 years I watched Fisher Harris play at the Panthers, I'd never seen Nathan Cleary or Isaiah Yeo put Fisher Harris through a hole like that. He is, like I said, Halasima, deservingly so, is getting all the raps, but they might have the two best forwards in the game in a couple, maybe next year. This dude here, man. This dude here. And this dude here is not too much further behind either. Seriously. They might have a Sonny Bill and a Jason Taumalolo in their team, which is just so unfair. Wow. What players, man. I know it's a big call, but I actually like what Vaymunga's doing as a whole. Where Halasima is just a barnstormer, athletically gifted monster. But the coolest thing about this is, bros, like if you're a Wales fan, what's so exciting, and I've said this before, and I apologise I'm repeating myself, but 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, when you get a play like these come through, I promise you right now, with all the raps that Leko do would be getting, his head would just be thinking everyone wants his sig, everyone wants to talk about, everywhere he goes, he's pulling all the baddies, rah, rah, rah. He's going to have come into training and Fisher Harris go, you ain't nothing, boy. You ain't done nothing yet. Let's go get extras. You know what I mean? That's why it's different this year. That's why it's different this year, boys, because he's just... You can't get ahead of yourself. When you got the GOAT sitting over there, the captain with 4 of these, you ain't done nothing, boy. You scored a try. That's what the conversation will be. So I'm excited for the Wars, man. I cannot wait to see what they look like next year. I know it's weird because they're going to sit in the top 4 on a chance this year. I think they're going to be I'm putting them in my top 4 next year. Injuries pending and stuff, obviously, and lineups pending. Who knows? They might get a rancid draw and end up having to play all the top 4 teams twice or something. Sorry about that tangent, boys. Wars fans will love it, but everyone else will hate it. All right, so Wars pretty relatively even spread, but we do like left and middle, and Titans are just leaking everywhere. So we can take who we want. We're better off looking at matchups for the Wars rather than, if the Tri-Line boys are watching, do you know what I'd love? So this is what I'd love, boys. So we see this, right? So we see where the tries are being scored and stuff like that, right? What I'd love is a heat map like this where you can just see where they're going. Because, for example, they might attack this side, you know what I mean? Maybe the points aren't coming. But you get what I mean? Just a heat map to see where they're attacking or something like that. That'd be real cool. That would be really cool. Now, I forgot to do this thing quickly, boys. Warriors have won 5 of the last 6 games this season. Titans have won 5 of the last 6 games against the Warriors. Leka Halasima scored 5 tries in 6 games. Des Hasler will reach his 500-game milestone as coach. Ooh, bang. Nakora, 150th. Let's lock him in, Eddie. What's the price? If it's $5 or $6, I'm going to be cheering. If this one hits, because I've been talking about this dude all year and how about he almost nearly scores a try but never does. $4.75. Not as juicy as I would have thought. I was hoping over $5, but I'll still take him. Boys. Britton Nakora. Lock that in. All right, let's get back here. All right, so who do we like? So obvious choice is Halasima, right? But this dude is the heartbeat of this Wars team. He was almost like one of the OGs who came over from Parramatta and sort of made the place cool again. So he will be loved. They will be trying to get him meat pie this weekend. So I might go Nakora just because Halasima has been scoring like crazy too. He's due a game where he doesn't score right. He's running at Randall and Julius. Oof. Man, Fillmore's a pretty good defender though. I have to put Nakora down. Do you go Nakora and Halasima for 2 or more? What would that be paying? Then we have Kelly and DeGroot. Take your pick, boys. Take your pick, boys. You can't miss here. Let's have a look first, second, or thirds. Dallin, not too high. Yeah, you probably want to find some value somewhere else. So we would be looking at Leka, Nakora, which was a really weak side for the Titans again. They're both so weak. Sometimes this is bad, you know. You want when a team's so bad. It's funny when a team's really bad defensively. Sometimes all the tries end up being scored through the middle because they don't even need to go to the edge to score, you know. But yeah, I might look at Nakora. I might chuck something exotic in. Harris Tavita. Yeah, but I'm going to go Nakora in this one, boys. Up the Wars to win as well. Penrith Panthers versus the West Tigers, boys. All right. Tight game this year. They really pushed the Panthers in this one. 14-18. That wasn't long ago. And then 22-6 last time. Look at these Tigers. And they're coming off a win. How good's that? Panthers 5-game streak, 6-game streak. Team list we have Isaiah Yeo, Isaac Tungo, Liam Martin, Summonson, and Nathan Cleary back. They're looking good, boys. They're looking good. And Isaiah Papali'i staying in. Oh, Sorensen's not back, is he? Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I actually like Papali'i through the middle. I like Papali'i through the middle. It suits their style better. All right, so let's have a look at some of these stats. Panthers have won 6 of the last 8 games against the West Tigers. Sonny Taruva has scored 6 tries in 4 games at CommBank Stadium. Panthers have won 5 games at Panthers have won their last 5 games at CommBank Stadium. West Tigers lineup includes 4 players who have won premierships with the Panthers. Bro. And how many are at the Bulldogs? 3? And then Warriors 1? Bro, that's crazy. And they're still in the top 8. Jenkins has scored 5 tries in his last 5 games at CommBank. All right, let's have a little look-see. All right. So we've got McLean and Jenkins on tour. And Tuipulotu, Skelton, May, Tungo, To'o. All right, so where are the Panthers scoring? All right, we've got to go left. So we're going Milky. I'm pissed off because last week I went bloody Jenkins and the week before I went McLean and did they both score doubles against, like when I didn't have them? I was pissed off anyway, but you have to go one of these two because, yeah, that's... But also I don't mind To'o against Skelton either. With Cleary back on that right. Cleary will be getting more ball on the right. Turn Tungo under. Yeah, but you have to go left here, boys. I'm not too sure who I'm going to take yet, but I'm just letting you know left. There will be a try scored here. I don't know who it's going to be, but it's going to be McLean or Jenkins. I'll leave it at that. Look, Penrith looking good. I'm excited to see what Cleary looks like because that week off did Edwards one like that. He was I know I'm not talking about his stats. I'm talking about physically how he looked. He looked the best he'd ever looked, you know. So it'd be really interesting to see what Cleary and Isaiah Yeo look like after a freshen up as well. So I'm excited for this one because I'm going to be watching it like a hawk Because Panthers don't have any more buys left, do they? This is it. Like, this is it for them, right? Let's have a little look. Like, we're in, like, they're in all systems. Like, we're on our way to win a 5th premiership from now, right? I just saw 3 buys. Yep, so... Yeah, look, we'll just quickly have a look at their draw. So, Tigers, Titans, Knights. Those 3 games could pretty much seal their top 8. And then they do have Storm, Raiders, Doggies, which is tough. And then Dragons, which could be tough, could not be tough, we don't know. But, yeah, so 4, you'd say, games they should win with a margin. And you'd imagine 3 games coin tosses, I guess you could say. Like, all those 3 teams can definitely beat the Panthers on their day. Panthers to win, boys. Rabbitohs versus the Sharkies. Rabbitohs on a skid, man. And Sharkies all of a sudden looking good. Sharks already won once this year. Team lists, we do have Humphreys, Keon and Marmazoulis all out. We have Jai Gray back. I do love that, but we have Dodsey in the halves. I hate Jack White in the halves. Always have. Not looking good for the old bunnies. It really isn't. Rabbitohs have won 3 of the last 4 games on the Central Coast. Oh, they're playing on the Central Coast. Okay. Sharks have won their last 4 games against the Rabbitohs. Alex Johnson has scored 4 tries in 3 games at, was it Polytech Stadium? Katoa has scored 4 tries in 2 games on the Central Coast. Wayne Bennett is in danger of equaling his longest losing streak, 8 games. Whoa. The super coach. Oops. All right, so we've got Aramian. I like that. That's tough. So Rabbitohs, obviously the obvious choice Johnson, but I don't like it as much that no Trell Mitt or Walker are there. I'll probably stay away. I'll be looking at Sharks. And I'll be going right here to their right-hand side. I'll be looking at... last year we feasted on the right side because everyone was taking Mulatalo. And we kept taking... Katoa was slapping last year. He was slapping tries. I like Katoa on Johnson. I like Ramian as well. Yeah, I'm going to probably slap Katoa in this one, boys. Oh, hang on. Katoa scored 7 tries in 6 games against the Rabbitohs. How good's that? Boys? Ooh, I'm excited. Sharkies to win. But, man, I sort of want the bloody... I need the Eels or the Rabbitohs to win a goddamn game to clear this gap. I need the Eels definitely to win a game. Rabbitohs have already won 6. That's great. I don't think Titans have 2 wins in them. But, damn, I need the bloody Eels to win a game. Come on, Broncos. Give it to them. Help the Snag out. I'll have a chat to the boys. Sharkies to win, boys. Sharkies to win that one. Raiders versus the Knights. That's right. This game was close, man. Is this roughly when... Oh, hang on. Yeah, it was about here. No, it was here. Yeah, it has been. So this game here against the West Tigers was roughly when we started seeing Canberra look a little dicey. Not dicey, just not convincing. I mean, look, they did pump the Eels in the end. So what I'm saying sounds stupid. But the Eels were right in this game till the last 10 minutes or whatever. So... if you just say that didn't happen and it did end up being a 6-point win, would sort of have 4-point margin, 4-point margin, 4-point margin, say 6-point margin. Obviously, yeah, if that did end up sort of staying relatively close. Eels just fell to pieces in that. And Raiders were very good as well. But yeah, I'm looking for a much what I'm looking for Raiders in this one. Like, they're in the top. We're criticising them harshly. We're having looks at how they're going to look. When we get into the finals, we want to nail these games. We want to make sure we're hitting all our bets in the finals. I'm looking for a strong performance here. They were pretty mid against the Knights in that one. It was at Knights home stadium. Hopefully, for Raiders fans at least, hopefully they can put some points on and have a nice, comfortable victory, win both halves, look tough. So yeah, hopefully we'll see that if you are a Raiders fan. Oh no, sorry, we've got to do this thing first. Here. Raiders have won 7 from 8 games at GIO this season. Knights have won 4 of their past 6 games against the Raiders. Xavier Savage has scored 10 tries in 10 games at GIO Stadium. Knights have won 3 of their past 4 away games. Ethan Strange has scored 5 tries his last 6 games. How good is Ethan Strange? I mean, seriously, again, another player I have to give raps to just because I know no other media or the OG, the podcasters are pretty good, to be fair. It's more the 360 and 100% footy and stuff like that that will sit there and just talk about Galvin being Freddie Fittler or whatever. But again, I'm not hating. All I want to do is see guys like Strange and stuff get wrapped. Like, I just want to see Lecker and Strange get a wrap. Like, come on, man. All right, let's have a look. Now, Knights have been defending pretty well, boys. So we're gonna have to have a little look here. We've got to go right. We're looking at attack. It's not too bad, is it? So we have hit Tarpany once this year. Now, Knights middle did look pretty good with these two back in the starting front row. You could definitely isolate Crossland. If they see Crossland defending on his own, they can definitely send Big Papa or Tarpany at him. So what way were we going again? We're going right. Well, you have to go right, don't you? Because they actually defend quite well on this side. Yeah, so we're going right. So we're looking at Tomoko, Savage, Hosking, I love, and then a little Tarpany if you want to get exotic, boys, all right? We definitely want to go right here. And for the Knights, nobody. They're not attacking well enough. I'm not saying they won't get tries, but I don't know who the hell is going to get them. I mean, their left was pretty lethal last week, but I don't think the Raiders will allow that, So, Raiders to win. Come on, Raiders. Give us the 13 plus. Oh, they just got one last week. I keep forgetting that they won that game by like 20 points. It just genuinely didn't feel like a 20-point win. Like, Eels are pretty good in it. I genuinely thought Eels won big chunks of that game, whether it was field position or scoring or, just looking better for periods of the game. I just thought Eels looked better than them for chunks. So we need to see Raiders. We need to see you step it up a little bit if we want to take you real seriously for the finals, I think. I really do. All right, on to the next game. Oh, Raiders to win, by the way. Bulldogs, Sea Eagles, showdown. Head-to-head since 98. 44 games played. Sea Eagles have the wood on them by 2 games. Close one that last year, 24-22. That was a final, I believe. And then Sea Eagles got them earlier as well, 34-22. Doggies, 3 of their last 5 games. Sea Eagles flying along 3 of their last, 3 of 3, but 3 of their last 5 after a couple pretty disappointing performances here, boys. Now, Satilli is out. Toby Sexton in. Sam Hughes in. Now let's have a little look. All right, so we've got Karaz. Bronson Sherry back. Tuala still on the wing, so he'll keep his spot. We have Lockie Galvin. So we've got Sam Hughes and Max King. Now, boys, I never super highly rated Max King. Leading up to Origin, obviously when his name got tossed up for Origin and eventually picked, I was watching him. I was very impressed. Haven't quite seen the same performances since. Like, he's been getting put on his back a lot. He's been getting targeted a lot. I don't know if he's just getting targeted a lot now or they've done more tape on him or whatever. But I definitely need to see more from him. Coming into big finals games, he's got to be the tip of the spear. So, yeah, we'll see. Now, Big Ola is back as well against... Oh, who's he going to be up against? I can't wait for that part. I've got to skip it, boys. Preston. Ola on kick out. Damn. Ola has traditionally owned kick out in previous matchups. There's been a few times where I've definitely seen Ola get the better of Viliami in a Bulldogs and a Panthers jersey, I believe. Maybe they were all Bulldogs, but there was a game, I think it was the start of last year. Was it? Maybe it was the start of the year before. August? No, it must have been the year before. Where he did. It would have been Viliami's first year, I believe. And Ola fed him. Absolutely fed him. But man, I'll tell you what, Viliami's been bloody good. I reckon this is his best year he's ever played. I really do. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, we didn't do these yet. Bulldogs are chasing their 1,000th win in the club's history since its inception in 1935. That's cool. So Eagles have won 11 of the last 12 games against the Bulldogs. What? Bulldogs will play at the new Allianz Stadium for the first time. What? Bulldogs will play at the new... Have they never played there? Okay. Jason Saab plays 100th. There's another one. Saab. Sorry, boys, I've just got to write these down. Saab. Nikora. Stephen Crichton has scored 6 tries in 7 games against the Sea Eagles. Damn, Stephen Crichton. Killing them. So we have Tuala and Sherry on Travojevic and Saab. So I love Sabi, with especially being a milestone game. We have Crichton and Carraz on Cole, and what a matchup. This game's going to be sick, boys. This game is going to be sick. Our pre-game. All right, so Bulldogs' worst left edge attack against the best right edge defense. So don't take these guys. Wow, that's the worst left edge offense in the comp. Wow, that's wild. 6th and 5th attacking. So we have to go right for the Bulldogs. So who do we like matchup-wise? Well, I think I like Crichton. We just mentioned him. He scores a lot against the Sea Eagles. Galvin on the right. I don't know what he's trying to do. Like, I just being real. I thought when he was at the Tigers, I sort of liked his play. He would sort of jam in and face ball to the winger, but he's been trying to hit Kikau and everyone flat and Crichton flat and stuff. And I'm not too sure. Maybe Crichton is the right one because he clearly doesn't. I know he threw that final ball, which is a great pass. I'm not knocking the pass. It was a great pass. He deserved. It was a great win, all that sort of stuff. But he seems to be a little bit more comfortable passing short to Crichton. Maybe trying to get in with his captain, trying to feed the beast. So yeah, I think I like Crichton in this one, boys. Now let's have a little look see at Sea Eagles. All right, so Sea Eagles very good on the right, but Doggy's very good defending there, but this is very good defense from the Bulldogs, boys. So don't get anytime try scorer happy in this one. I'm going to be taking Sabi and probably Crichton in this one. Only conceding 3 tries per game. Bulldogs defense best in the league. Now, look, man, let's go back here for a minute for my picks. This is one of these ones where I'm probably going to have to take my feels. I've been going strictly off numbers probably till about round 17 or 18, and we had some really bad rounds doing that. So I think I'm going to have to go with my gut or my feeling, or just someone that knows the game and knows what happens a lot of the times and the history and all that sort of stuff of teams. I genuinely think the Sea Eagles have been playing much better footy than the Bulldogs in the past 3 games. All right? I think they should win this game. I don't think the Bulldogs have been very good at all. Other than that final ball from Galvin, I thought he looked pretty lost. I thought he looked tentative. I thought he looked nervous. He wasn't bad, but just not very good. That final cut-up ball was great, but it was aided by a very poor defensive read by Sloan. Lockie Galvin had no one else to pass to other than Sloan, if that makes sense, and I feel for Sexton because he would have hit that shot too. You know, like it's one of those ones. But everyone goes, "Wow, he is so good," and he is. Galvin's great. Everyone knows. I think he's a really good player. But it's just one of those ones where I think a lot of people think, "Well, how great's that game-winning try saver?" But I'm like, okay, cool. But looking at the other 78 minutes of this game was very dicey. The other thing was too, and I don't want to go back on this as well, but I actually agreed with the refs' calls with the Bulldogs on the one. They just showed a bunch of replays of it, and I'm not so sold out. I'm not saying they didn't deserve to win. They won fair and square, blah, blah, blah. But a little bit of, they 100% could have gone the other way, and they wouldn't have even been in those positions and would have lost to the Dragons. And if let's just say those calls don't go their way, all of a sudden we're looking at one win in their last 4, and losses to the Dragons, and I guess the other 2 losses aren't too bad. So it's not horrendous, but it's all of a sudden not quite looking as good. So I think I've been much more impressed with the Sea Eagles, and the Sea Eagles wins. Very comfortable win over the Tigers, very comfortable win over the Rabbitohs, and then a really good gutsy win against Melbourne in Melbourne on Old Boys Day. That's tough. Having said that, I love Manly, but I also know what Manly are like. Whenever I get my hopes up and think they're going to go on a big run and kill it, they lose. So I'm taking the Bulldogs. Taking the Bulldogs. They shouldn't win. They're not. Bulldogs are not playing that good. They're playing like a top 8 team, not a top 4 team. We'll leave it like that, all right? I'm not saying they're playing bad. They're playing like a top 8 team. I don't think they're playing as good as the top 4 team. But I just know what Manly are like. They lose these games, bro. Everyone's going to sit here and go, "Oh, Bulldogs were crap," and this is what everyone's going to be saying. That isn't a Bulldogs fan. "Oh, Dragons got robbed. Bulldogs aren't even that good, and Seagulls just rolled the Storm in Melbourne. Like they're going to win." I agree, bro. I don't agree with that robbed part, but you know what I mean. Like I agree. Like the numbers, the forms there, the numbers. Like Manly should win this. They're not gonna. Bulldogs are gonna win. Bulldogs are winning, boys. All right, boys, let's go through our picks. Storms, Cows, Broncos, Wars, Panthers, Sharks, Raiders, Bulldogs. That's it, boys. If you made it this far, you know what that means. You are an absolute legend. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.